Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Ronald the Peculiar One. Well, by request in the comments, they want me to play a little bit more Super Mario Maker 2. And I made a course. Well, I made one course on my own. The other courses are basically like duplicates from different time frames in the Mario games. So let's get started on the course that I made real quick. I even die on my own course. And I picked the wrong option here for the power up. There we go. Whoops. Look at that, I messed it up. Yeah, dying on my own course. Crazy stuff. Oop. Might as well cheat. Uh-oh, messed it up again. And I made this course. I have no idea what I was doing. I was just doing whatever. There we go. This one course I made right there. And the other courses I made are just duplicates of the same course. As you can see to the left here. This one out here, you can do different styles from Super Mario 3D World and others. Now I just got to figure out yeah. What we have here is basically the same course, but different variations. We're going to go ahead and play a couple of these. It takes a little bit of patience to figure it out, but a long time ago in some of my videos I explained that this is all Nintendo does. They have a program guess I messed that up. They have a program just like this, and just like Super Mario Maker here, and they do the same thing you're doing on this game to make a Mario game. Each one is similar to this, and that's why when they made this game, Super Mario Maker here. This is part 2, but they made part 1 as well. When they did that, I kind of lost interest in Mario Brothers because it kind of revealed how they make the game. In some ways, it's kind of cool, but in a lot of ways, it kind of ruined it because that's all Nintendo's doing is what they're doing in this one, and they have a course and they just add blocks and add whatever. Yeah, they might have a little bit more different types of blocks and stuff that they can add, but it's basically the same thing. And and that's it. And it kind of ruined it for me. Mario, see how you can do different stuff and add in the course. Well, that's what Nintendo does. It's basically copy and paste when they make Mario games, and they can make a Mario game quite quickly with a program like this. And if you look at the screen, that's basically what it is for the programming. They all have their like different like at the top there. Let's see how I have all those different icons, and then they just put it in the. They make their own levels, and then well, just like this, people make their own levels and they upload it, and everybody can play each other's courses they made. Well, that's the same thing what Nintendo did. And when they made Super Mario Brothers 1, Nintendo games, the original Nintendo games, they did the same thing. Once the program is made, that's the hard part. Once the program is made, and basically what you're seeing on the screen is a program, and then they make a course, and they decide to put music in it, and that's basically what they do. It's the same thing. And when Nintendo did it, it made it easy for them because all of us consumers, we make our own courses, we upload them. Nintendo can take those ideas and say, "Oh yeah, that's a pretty good idea," and they'll steal the idea basically. If they just, like I said, Nintendo has the advanced program with more stuff they can put in each level, and that's all they do. And then they'll have programs where they'll add stuff into the program, and then they decide whether to use those specific things for the course, and that's basically what they're doing. And yeah, and that's all they're doing. And so we'll play these different ones real quick, and then we'll go from there. That makes it a little bit difficult to get to it. Anyway, that's how you do those. It's kind of neat, though. You can make your own courses, but you gotta have patience and time to do it. Eventually, you start to understand how to make them. And that's all they do. Nintendo does to make a Mario game. Like Super Mario Brothers back in the day, they had a program, had a bunch of programmers make basically how this works. I know I keep saying it, but to give you an idea, understand that once the programmers make, like the empty course, and then has all the different, like I said, up there on top. They can make a Mario game just like that. So you have a bunch of programmers. They'll make one course, just like how you're making a course and uploading it for everybody to play online. And So all the programmers do the same thing, and then they just add their level with your level, and they combine them, and they got a Super Mario game. And that's basically what Nintendo did. But you got to make this program first. But once you make the program, basically what you're seeing on the screen, once that's established, you can make your own course, and you can make a Nintendo game, and then you just get approval, and they make copies of it, and then they package it, and off to the stores it went, and that's how you got Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3. Once you have the program, so like this here, what you're seeing is the program that they used, or a sample, because the full version Nintendo has a lot more icons in the top of the screen to choose from, from like like bricks. Say for instance this, I can push this and put it anywhere on the screen. See, well, there's part of the level right there, and then you just do the same thing. There you go, and you got you already started making the level, and that's how they did it. And once I got this for the Nintendo 3DS, and saw how it was done, I know this is kind of not the full version that Nintendo did to make Nintendo games, but it gives you a really good idea. Once this program you see here is made, see, and you can put put whatever you want in here. See, once that's established, you can make a Nintendo game. So if you had a program like this from scratch, you can make a Castlevania game, you can make this a Mario game, you make whatever you want, because once this program here you see on the screen is done, it just comes down to, well, adding stuff to the course or the level, and then you save it, and then you combine this as one level, and then you make another level, and you combine them together. It takes time to do that, but once you have this program, you see, and you actually see how it works. But this is a sample. This might not be exactly how Nintendo did it, but it's an example of what they did to make Nintendo games. And it kind of ruins it, because if you had the program, of course we do, because this is kind of imitation program they allowed all of us to use. We can make our own courses, our own levels, and it's the same thing, except we're limited on items that we can put on a stage, where Nintendo has programmers specially constantly making different ones, like coins or blocks or whatever, and other stuff. And it makes it so much easier to just have a program like this, and then you have a programmer's give you like a little memory card or whatever, and then you upload it to the program, and you have say at the top of the screen, and then you'd have a bunch more. See, this is just a sample, and well, there you go. And that's kind of what ruined it for me. I used to really be into the Mario games. Now I'm not as interested in it like I used to, because every time that I see a Mario game come out, I think of this. I think of, this is how they did it, and we have a taste of what they did, of how it works. I'm not ruining it. I don't mean to. I just, it's the truth. It's the truth. That's how. This gives you an idea. This, like I said, this might not be the actual program, but it's it's a partial program of what Nintendo did to make Nintendo games. This is what they did over and over back in the day. Once this program was made, all they had to do was have programmers come along and install more options for each level in their computers, and they just copied paste basically. Oh no! And boom! And that's basically what they do. And that's how they made NES games. And if everybody knew that as a kid and seen how they did it, like how this works, it gives you an idea, and it kind of sucks the fun right out of it, the joy out of it, because but so Nintendo kind of spilled the beans when they made this. Excuse me. When they made this Mario Maker, because it tells you that once the program's like this here, you can choose from Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 3D World, and so on. Say. And once it's established, and you can go back. Let's not do this. Let's go this way. But anyway, I know I'm kind of just talking away about the same thing over and over, but I just wanted to clarify that, because you know, that's how they did it, and it kind of, like I said, it sucks the mystery right out of it. But this game here, this content was by request. I hope you enjoy it, and but I wanted to mess around and make a course of my own, because that last video I couldn't I didn't have that patience to do it. It says a world maker too. I'm not really sure what that is. Course maker, and then there's a world maker. Let's see what that is. Oh yeah. See, it's the same thing. And this is how they Nintendo created, well, Mario games and Nintendo games. Once the program is established, see, that's the hard part, is getting a program like this set up. But once those programmers did that, then all they do is have programmers on specifically making constant icons, you know, different things like coin boxes, weapon boxes, whatever, and then you can paste it in. And I know it takes a little bit more work than what I'm saying, but this gives you an idea of the programming process. This is it's like a simple version for everybody to understand. I know they have more advanced programming type setups, but this here is the basic fundamentals of how it works. But yeah, I'm not gonna do this here. But what we'll do is, yeah, let's just get out. I made my point. So that's some more content, and again, my channel is Ronald the Peculiar One, and if you like my content, push the thumbs up, and if you feel up to it, you can comment in the comments section. If you do not like my content, just push the thumbs down, move on to some of my other videos, or just move along to another channel. It saves the harsh comments, the rude comments. There's no point in that. But yeah, and that's my take on how it works. And Nintendo kind of spilled the beans when they made this game, and they made two of them, not just Super Mario Maker 1. They made Super Mario Maker 2 as well here. But that's an idea of how the basic programming works. Once the program is made, that's the skill of the programmers. Once it's made, all they got to do is have other programmers add icons, like I told you, and you can start making stages. And of course, everybody who had this uploaded their own course, so there's a ton of them, and we're basically making Mario levels continue, and so Nintendo doesn't have to. Is what happened. So the storyline, yeah, Nintendo made all those courses so you didn't have to, and of course you can make your own. So, and that's kind of how they did it. But once they made this game, because I got this on the Nintendo 3DS XL handheld. When I got this, and I started playing it, and I realized that, hey, look, this is how they did it. And so once you have the program, it doesn't matter what game it is. Once the program is established, each programmer will make their own little section of the game, and they'll share their programs with each other, little pieces. Like the coin boxes, whatever the game is about, and then all they do is copy and paste in their section of the game that they, Grand Theft Auto 5, for instance, same thing. Grand Theft Auto 4. They each have a section of the map, each have a little piece of it, a little square piece, and they will only work on that square piece, and then they have like the master program where they take all the square pieces, all the programmers, they come together and they put all of them together in pieces, and they do write an extension to lock them in, and so they kind of merge together, and there you go, you got a game. And I know it's easier me saying it. Well, it's not even that easy. I'm explaining it, and I'm struggling to explain it. But that's my take on it, my opinion, and I know that's what they do. But the program has to be made first, and then all the programmers come together and they work on a square piece, just like you saw on Mario Maker. There's little squares or little pieces, and then they put it all together. But you got to have the program first. If you don't have the program, you can't make a game. It's almost impossible to make the game because you got to have a platform, a basic layout. And once that's done, and then you can start programming little pieces and copy paste onto your level and stuff. But there you go. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for that person who made the request. I know it isn't exactly what you were looking for. I think you wanted me to go online and play some of those courses. I decided to make my own course instead. I hope that entertained you and everybody else out there. Um, and remember, I'm not getting anything out of it. I'm just doing it in the goodness of my heart because I want to contribute to my subscribers and my viewers. That's why I made this content for and I take requests. I don't always do requests. It just depends if I have the game and if I have the time to do it. Um, but I do welcome it because it helps me to interact with all of you. I don't do the live streaming. I did do the live streaming off and on, but I don't have enough subscribers and viewers to help support me, and I got to have 500 subscribers before you guys and gals can pay for stickers to send my way, sort of like donations to encourage me to keep going. Because live streaming takes a lot of work and time, and I got to have quiet to do the live stream without any interruptions. So, and that's why I don't do them as much. I just don't see, it's more of a hassle for me to do the live streaming instead of just recording content at my own time. To do live streaming requires a lot more effort, and I just don't see doing that under the circumstances. So that is why I hesitate to do that. But if I got some like donations and I got 500 subscribers so that you can send me sticker donations and stuff and ask me a question, basically you're paying for a question to for me to notice to answer. I would start doing live streaming, but I don't have 500 subscribers, but I need over 1,000 subscribers. I haven't made a cent on here, so it's this is, I mainly do it for my for myself, for entertainment, something to do, and also help give you guys and gals entertainment as well. Be part of the community of something, something interaction, with the world a little bit. But yeah, and that's why I do it. But I haven't made a cent. And there's a lot of people on here when they first started YouTube. When they put a video up, YouTube paid them for that video. Well, it doesn't work that way anymore. So you can't just put a video up and YouTube just gives you money. It has to do with popularity, how high your how many subscribers you have. The more popular you are, the more money you make. You can also get donations and sponsors and stuff like that. I did do a sponsor once, but I didn't get paid first in advance, and so I didn't give them any or get them any sales. So I wasted my time. And now, if you're going to do sponsors, make sure that they pay you up front something. If you do it and you don't get them any sales, you're doing it for nothing, and you don't get nothing out of it. So, which is what I learned. I have videos on that. So, all right, thank you so much for watching. And again, thumbs up, subscribe, thumbs down, move on to another video or somebody else's channel and help support them. All right, everybody, moving on to the next video. Take care.